Hey everybody! So today's video is going to be all about concealers. What you need to know about concealers, how to use them. There is a lot of misinformation out there that I would like to clear up. I have heard people say a lot of things when it comes to concealers, and there's just a lot of false information out there. So I'm gonna tell you what I know about concealers, what I have learned about concealers from first-hand experience, and let's just go from there. Okay, so concealers can be one of the best things in your makeup arsenal, and they can cover up a multitude of sins. There are two reasons why people use concealers. One is to cover imperfections such as blemishes, and another reason would be to cover dark circles under their eyes. So first let's address covering up blemishes. I have a whopper of a blemish on my face right now. Can you see it? I think I successfully covered it up, but you may see a hint of it just ever so slightly because I think that Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream that I've been using, I think it's breaking me out. So I've been getting a lot of blemishes, and it could just be that it's that time of the month too, but I don't think so because the blemishes were coming before I got that. So anyways, if you want to cover a blemish with concealer, the best advice that I can give you is to look for something that is a thick formula. Today I used this Physicians Formula concealer, and this is just part of a kit that I picked up a few weeks back, and it comes with a doe foot applicator, and it's just a very thick formula. So I just take a little bit of that, dab it onto the spot, and just sort of tap it out with my finger and just blend it, but don't go like that because then you're going to lose your product. So don't smear it, just kind of tap it with your finger and just keep tapping it until it looks like there's sort of a thick spot of concealer there, and then do your foundation the way you normally would, and then powder your face, because you really need to use foundation and powder if you want to cover up that blemish. So I can't see the blemish when I look in the mirror, but trust me, there's a giant one hiding hiding there underneath all those layers. So that's, I think, the best way to cover up a blemish is to get a thick concealer. If you're somebody who likes to shop at department stores, MAC makes a great concealer for covering up blemishes called Studio Finish. It comes in a little pot, and it's like a kind of like a paste consistency. You've probably seen it in a lot of people's videos, but that is also another concealer that is nice and thick and great at covering up blemishes. Okay, so let's move on. Another reason why people use concealers is to cover under eye dark circles. Now, if you are somebody who has dark circles under their eyes and you have never been able to successfully cover them up, it's probably because there is no concealer in the world that is going to do that all on its own. In order to successfully cover up dark circles under your eyes, you must begin with a corrector. I use Benefit Ooh La Lift. It's a light pink fluid. It's like a cream with a doe foot applicator, and I put that on my dark, I just do a swipe with the doe foot applicator on the dark circle, blend it in, then I go in with a concealer over that and pat that in over it. There is no concealer on the market that can do it all by itself. If you have dark circles, it's a two-step process. There's no getting around that. I've been using Maybelline Fit Me. This is a very nice concealer. It's a thin consistency, which is what you want over a corrector, because if you use something thick, it's going to get cakey, it's going to be a big mess, and you won't be able to blend it. So you want a corrector and a thin concealer over it. Now, this is what I use, Benefit Ooh La Lift. I have cool skin tones. If you have warm skin tones, you're going to want something that is a peachy color, because that is what's going to correct better than a pink would. Okay? So you'll need a peach corrector. Okay, now, one more thing that I want to mention is I cannot tell you how many times I have heard people talk about YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch and say, oh, I don't know why so many people like this, because this doesn't work for me. Well, it's not a concealer, it's a highlighter. And it drives me crazy when I hear people say that, because it's not supposed to be to correct under eye dark circles. It is a highlighter in the form of a pen. So if you want a nice highlighter to just highlight your cheekbones or something like that, or you could even use it under the brow bone, but it's not a concealer, it's a highlighter. So I just want to throw that out there, because I'm so tired of hearing people say, oh yeah, I tried that YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch and it didn't work for me. It's not supposed to be a concealer. So, well, hopefully I have given you some information that will be helpful to you, but I have found from trial and error that everything I just told you works. And if you need some help with finding a peach color corrector, I have never personally used it, but Bobbi Brown makes a line of correctors in all different colors, so you could go that route. As far as the drugstore goes, I don't know off the top of my head a peach color corrector, but I'm sure that one must exist. If anybody knows of one, maybe they could just leave that in the comment section for anybody that's looking for that information. But yeah, you can't cover up under eye dark circles with one product. And if you can, though, your dark circles aren't that bad. Because let's face it, there's different levels of dark circles. Some people's are much worse than others. So I'm talking about somebody who has really bad dark circles. And yeah, you're not going to be able to do that with just a concealer. It's a two-step process, and that's just the way it works. And so that's it, you guys. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.